Hi everybody, my name is Ryan Smith. Today, many of us have had the opportunity to celebrate birthdays, promotions, or any other special occasion in a large group of friends or family. On March 25th, a large group of us went out to celebrate the birthday of one of our guys. We were a group of about 15 and we decided to go out to eat at the Chili's located on 280 Harbison Boulevard. There, I decided to connect a SWOT analysis of our experience. While there, I observed several factors of the restaurant. There were four total that I observed: the service of our waitress, the activities available for the restaurant guests, the overall architecture of the restaurant, and the location of the restaurant in relation to other diners in the area. These four factors are what I considered when I considered the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats of the restaurant. And these 4 points are what I will be discussing tonight. Let's begin. The strengths of the restaurant were apparent in its ability to handle our large group in such short notice. After our entire party arrived, a server was able to quickly greet our table. Her name was Storm, and her service was yet another strength that the restaurant possessed. She was energetic throughout an entire meal. The food was consistent with most other Chili's restaurants. I chose what I usually get at Chili's. It was the Cajun chicken pasta. From there, our group was also really happy to realize that most of our meals were on the 2 for $20 deal. This was greatly appreciated as we were all able to match up with another person and easily split the checks. After Storm took our orders and left the table, we were all surprised to see that there was a new addition to the restaurant industry. Small tablets were placed at each table that allowed guests to make unique drink orders, as well as play arcade games while we waited for our food. Considering our party consisted of such a large group of people, these were very welcomed. I noticed then that the music selection consisted from everything ranging from pop to rock and roll, which appealed to all age groups. After our food arrived, Storm checked in several times to see if we were all stocked up on condiments and refills. After our meal, Storm was able to swiftly print our checks and receive our payment methods and send us on our way. However, along with the numerous strengths that I just mentioned, there came several weaknesses. The first was due to the architecture of the restaurant, which made our dining experience rather troublesome. The area that we sat in was rather small, which made us feel crowded and confined. With all of us up close and personal, I had a hard time communicating to our waitress, as the close spaces resulted in a lot of chit-chatter from the other guests and made it hard for us to communicate. This created several barriers in our experience. As a result, after our orders were taken, several of us found it difficult to have one-on-one conversations due to the small space and loud noise. This was also made difficult due to the loud music. The second weakness came from the kitchen's difficulty with preparing our food in order from the person who ordered first, the person who ordered last. For example, even though I ordered my food first, I was one of the last people to receive it. Yet, despite these weaknesses, the restaurant had several opportunities to grow. For one, reviewing floor plans and floor layouts would definitely help the restaurant be able to seat large parties more easily without the guests becoming disgruntled. Also, due to the fact that the restaurant was in close proximity to several shopping malls and movie theaters, the restaurant would benefit pretty greatly from the large number of customers. Finally, the restaurant would also do well to take note of the music volume so the guests could have a better time socializing. Finally, I took note of the restaurant's threats. The most obvious was the numerous diners around the Harbison area. As I mentioned before, attractions in the area would bring in a lot of customers for the surrounding businesses, not only for the other restaurants, but also for Chili's. Sadly, the weaknesses that I mentioned above go without being addressed, the Chili's would suffer a lost opportunity to grow, as guests would choose to attend other restaurants instead as a result of the service at Chili's. This will furthermore cause a loss of business, as word will spread of each guest's experience at Chili's. So, Overall, in conclusion, our experience at Chili's was pretty outstanding, and our group was able to see the numerous strengths of the restaurant. There are a couple of areas for improvement and several threatening factors to consider. However, by attending to these few weaknesses and threats, the restaurant will undoubtedly be able to benefit greatly from the large amount of business. Thank you.